Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He's got it to the 43 here.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And again, it's Prescott. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. taken at about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Slant to Adams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider 1st. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing at 3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now from the 50. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 27, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On second down, Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Maher is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete to Hollins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First carry for Josh Jacobs to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing his car on third down. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A give to Elliott running left. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. $10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and inches, Prescott, and his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A beautiful fake. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 41 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dallas returns on offense, and among the weapons, Michael Gallup at wide receiver. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Carr out of throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, it's Carr. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 36, Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there. Coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Brown. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw again. Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 31, Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And again, it's Prescott. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Prescott now. Yeah, he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver down?
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Marr on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Carr now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Carr to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are back within a score. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action now, Prescott. And he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Bolden. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll throw with Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here's Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Bolden. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon Bolden A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And the Raiders have got him. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
The Carr's throw taken. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 41, Carr. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's complete. This is Brandon Bolden. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Carr now on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Carr. Looking right sideline, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. The kick by Carlson is good, and with it they have taken the lead.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. Yep. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Prescott. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
A give to Elliott running left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr back to Renfro again, complete. And that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now, Carr again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Carr. The reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Carr now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fends him off. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Prescott's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Prescott on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This will get the lead up to 7. Maher able to put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 7, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. Gets this to Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but that clock rolling. Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage. They like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing his car. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Carr to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And now here come the Cowboys. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They start on the ground with Elliott. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Elliott. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.